Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. And this past Sunday night, we went up to Walnut Port, Pennsylvania, go to Becky's Drive-In once again for the season. But this time, it was something special. This time, it was their annual Dusk Till Dawn movie marathon. Screen 1, we have 5 films playing, and on Screen 2, we had 3 films playing. Now, we decided to go with screen number 1, because those films, we had only seen 1 out of those 5 films, so we decided to go with that one instead. And I gotta say, the first film that started off at about 8:30 was the first film when it kicked off, and that was Inside Out 2. We had not seen this one. Heard great things about it, how it really, and obviously from the box office numbers, we've seen that it's done pretty darn well over $1 billion. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it surpassed the first Inside Out film. I did. The additional emotion characters that were introduced in this one, and the going back and forth between the joy character and the anxiety character, them kind of like butting heads about how Riley's going to shape her life and what kind of person she's going to be. I really enjoyed it. And the animation, I thought, was just great. Pixar, again, knocking it out of the park with the animation. So that was Inside Out 2. Then we went with If. Ryan Reynolds in If. And again, just like Inside Out 2, a family-friendly, emotional type of film. And this one was great. Ryan Reynolds, he kind of like, he's a main character, but he takes a little bit of a backseat to our main lead character. And this young girl who is kind of like helping these imaginary characters, find their kids who are now grown up, kind of helping them, reconnect with them. And and kind of like finding, because she's lost her mother early on in the film, and kind of like reconnecting with her imaginary friend as well. So I really enjoyed If. Now after that, we kind of stepped away from the family-friendly films, and we went with M. Night Shyamalan's Trap with Josh Hartnett. Now this one it's definitely going to be I know the pre-order is already up for 4K. This is definitely going to be one that I'm going to pick up. For the trailers, we know that, Josh Hartnett's character, we know he is a serial killer, and he is trapped in this arena. Basically, he's taking his daughter to this concert that has been set up to kind of capture his character. And again, that's not a spoiler because we know this from the trailer. There's really no secrets that are left. But how this film plays out, Josh Hartnett, let me tell you, whatever you think about the rest of the film, the way he plays this character, this unhinged, psychotic character, you can't help but laugh for some of the things that this guy does in the film, because it's just, I'm not going to spoil things. It's one I think I definitely want to talk about when the 4K does come out and I get it in my hands. I can talk about the film a little bit more. But I was really surprised. I heard some people up and down with this one, but I think it's one of Shyamalan's better films recently. I think it was better than Old. I enjoyed it more than Knock at the Cabin, and it's one I definitely think it flew under the radar for some people possibly. And if you're kind of like on the fence, if it's still out there playing, definitely go see Trap. This one was a lot of fun. And Hartnett definitely surprised me with his character in this film. Now from there we went to, speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, his daughter's directorial debut with The Watchers. Now I know this one is streaming on Max right now, and you can check it out there, but this one was a part of, the movie marathon for the night, and it was good. I don't think it didn't hit me as much as Trap did, but I still think it was fun. You can kind of see where they're going to go later on, halfway through the film. You can kind of start piecing things together about how this is going to play out, who the Watchers are, these kind of creatures possibly in the film. And I thought it was fun. It was definitely, most of it takes place, in this, this isolated, in this forest with this one room with, glass around it where the Watchers can watch these 4, basically like captives, these prisoners that they have, and kind of like keep an eye on them. But I thought it was good for a, director's debut film. I thought M. Night's daughter, knocked this one out of the park. And speaking of M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, his other daughter actually plays one of the main characters in Trap. So that was pretty cool. I didn't realize that until when I was checking it out today. I'm like, oh yeah, that was his daughter in that one. So definitely it was like a Shyamalan marathon, basically, and for the Dusk Till Dawn. And then we wrapped up with Longlegs. Now, You know how I feel about Long Legs with Nicolas Cage. I know this one has been a divisive film for a lot of people. You either, I don't know if it's really one of those middle of the road films. I think it's either you love it or you hate it. Um, I mean, in a way, I don't really know. I don't know. I honestly I don't know if I don't hate it, but it's just it's a film that can, I think, upon seeing it a second time, and honestly I you know, it did kind of grow on me a little bit more. So who knows? Maybe it can be a middle of the road film for somebody where you don't love it, but you don't hate it. You're just kind of like in the middle. So maybe over, additional viewings of that particular film, maybe you can kind of get, warm up to it a little bit more and kind of put you like in the middle of it. So it's a weird type of film. I know when it came out and we saw it in the theater, and I had mixed feelings on it. Like I didn't really know what did I just watch? Like how should I feel? And most of the time I can kind of get an idea. Like I either like it or I don't, or I'm kind of like down the middle with it. And I don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about Long Legs. So, but it was overall, it was fun. It was the first time that we done the Dusk Till Dawn marathon, and I think we all had a great time. There was a lot of people at the drive-in. There were people who were at screen number 2 who came over and caught the tail end on screen number 1 of all the films that were shown over there. And there was a lot of people there. And at the end of it, they gave us some passes for free admission for next year. If you made it, if you survived and made it through the marathon overnight, you got some free passes for admission to some movies for next season, for the 2025 season at Becky's. So overall, it was fun. I'm looking forward to it next year. I can't wait. I will definitely be looking forward to the Dusk Till Dawn marathon at Becky's Drive-In come next season. So, like, subscribe, and comment if you get the chance, and I'll catch you guys in another episode.